A studio audience, and today one of our guests said right before we went on the air, it's quite an ambitious project you're working on here. Yeah, it could be, it may be too ambitious. All we're going to do is talk about revolution, the history of revolution. Not revolution like the French Revolution or even the American Revolution, but the revolutions that have lasting power, the revolution that changes the world. We're going to talk a little bit about this guy, and that's global revolution. And the thing I find interesting about, don't talk about him tonight as the Son of God. Instead, let's talk about him as a man. The theory is that some people might have missed him, if he is indeed the Messiah, missed him because he wasn't a revolutionary, or didn't think so at the time. If you read the words of Josephus, who was a historian back in the day, he wrote Jewish Antiquities, and he talks about Jesus as just being another guy they nailed to a tree, as he's another revolutionary. And they talk about, Josephus talks about all these revolutionaries, all these so-called messiahs that are up in the hills. Well, we don't really know any of the other names of the revolutionaries that lived at his time. What is it that he did that changed the world? Global revolution. This guy. There's a lot of people that helped Mahatma Gandhi free India. But how come we know him? And what does he have in common with this guy? And then there's this one, here in America, Civil Rights Revolution. Because that's what it was, Dr. Martin Luther King. Now there's Malcolm X, but Malcolm X isn't Dr. Martin Luther King. What's the difference? And what does this guy, and this guy have in common? Because these things may be necessary for us now, as we go into the future. Where are we headed, and where are the answers? I have to tell you that about a year ago, I was trying to figure out 828. I was trying to figure out what was going on, and what I was supposed to do, and what I was supposed to talk about. And people ask me all the time, so where do we go from here? Where is the guy? Where is the president? Where is it? And the more I went down the road of trying to figure things out, the more I realized that the answer isn't in Washington. It's not in politics. It's in here. We have to fundamentally change ourselves. So as I'm looking to the future, the thing I did a year ago was I went back to the beginning. I went to this guy, the first real revolutionary, Moses and the Ten Commandments. So we're going to have a discussion with people who know about these guys. With us, Dr. Alveda King. She's the Director of African American Outreach for Priests for Life. She is the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She is the author of Who We Are in Christ Jesus. She also stood with me on 828 in the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, a brave, brave woman and a dear friend. Also, someone else who was there with me, Rabbi Daniel Lapin. He is the founder of American Alliance for Jews and Christians, and an amazing man, and someone I'm meeting for the first time, Dr. Robert Franklin. He is the president of the distinguished Morehouse College, where Martin Luther King graduated, first introduced to the nonviolent movement. And joining us also from Illinois on our TV set is Rajmohan Gandhi. He is one of 8 surviving grandchildren of Mahatma Gandhi. He is a former member of India's upper house in Parliament, and he is also a research professor at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. He is the president of Initiatives of Change International, and he is the author of the monumental biography, Gandhi. In fact, in the middle of it, someplace, there is a picture, here it is, of him on the lap of Mahatma Gandhi.